All right, let me paint you a picture. You finally got the date. Took her like 2 weeks of texting to even agree. You spent the whole day stressing about it. Picked a nice spot, showered twice, tried on 3 different shirts. You walked in there ready, or at least you thought you were ready, only to watch her energy slowly drop over the next hour. The conversation started okay, then it got polite, then it got dry. By the end, you're walking her to her car going, "Yeah, this was fun." And you both know it wasn't. You text her 2 days later and get, "Hey, I've been busy." And just like that, 2 weeks of buildup, dead. Bro, I've seen this happen to good men over and over. Smart guys, decent-looking guys. Guys who can hold a normal conversation in any other context in their life. And they keep losing dates because nobody actually taught them how a first date is supposed to feel. Here's the part nobody told you. A first date is not an interview. It is not a presentation. It is not a sales pitch. It is a vibe check. She is not there to find out facts about you. She is there to see how she feels around you. And most guys lose the date in the first 10 minutes by treating it like a job interview where they have to prove they're worth a second meeting. So today, I'm giving you 7 first date rules. Not tricks, not tactics. Real moves rooted in how attraction actually works when 2 people are in the same room. Follow these, and she won't be deciding whether to text you back. She'll be deciding which outfit to wear next time. Let's get into it. 1. Pick the low-pressure spot, not the impressive one. Your instinct is probably to pick somewhere nice. Reservations, white tablecloths, maybe a rooftop. Stop. The fancier the spot, the more it screams, "I'm trying." And trying tells her brain that she's the prize and you're the one auditioning. That kills attraction before you even sit down. Low pressure wins every time. A good coffee shop, a casual cocktail bar, a walk somewhere with something to look at, somewhere you can actually hear each other talk, and somewhere you can leave easily if the vibe isn't there. This isn't about being cheap. It's about signaling something deeper. I'm not bending my whole life around impressing you. I'm just seeing if I actually like you. That energy is what makes her start trying. 2. Show up grounded, not amped. Most guys spend the 30 minutes before a date pacing, sweating, replaying lines in their head, slamming a Red Bull. By the time she walks in, you're vibrating at 150 revolutions per minute. She picks up on it the second she sees you. Her nervous system mirrors yours, and now she's anxious too. Now the whole date is starting in fight or flight. Here is the fix. Get there 5 minutes early. Sit down. Put your phone in your pocket, not on the table. Take 3 slow breaths, not into your chest, into your belly. Drop your shoulders 2 inches. Look around the room. Let yourself just exist there before she walks in. When she does walk in and sees a man calmly seated, looking up slowly, smiling without rushing, you have already won the first 30 seconds of the date. And the first 30 seconds set the tone for the entire night. 3. Lead the small things. Indecision is one of the most attraction-killing things a man can show on a first date. I don't know. Where do you want to sit? What do you want to order? Up to you. Stop. She's not your mom. She doesn't want to drive the date. Leadership lives in the small choices. Let's grab that table in the corner. I'm getting the old-fashioned. You'd love the spicy margarita here, that's the move. After this, there's a place a block over with good music. Let's check it out. You are not bossing her around. You are carrying the weight of decisions so she can relax into the experience. That's not domination. That's masculine leadership. And women feel it instantly because most men they go out with hand them the steering wheel and then wonder why the date felt like a chore. 4. Ask about feelings, not facts. This is the move that separates a forgettable date from a memorable one. Most guys ask logical questions. Where are you from? What do you do? How many siblings? Any hobbies? That's an interview. That's data collection. That is so boring, she's already mentally writing the "he's nice, but I don't feel a spark" text to her best friend. Ask about emotional experiences. Not what do you do, but what got you into that in the first place. Not where are you from, but do you ever miss it. Not what's your family like, but who in your family are you closest to and why. Not what do you do for fun, but what's something you've gotten really into lately that nobody knows about. Translation. Feelings build intimacy. Facts build folders. You want her remembering how she felt sitting across from you, not what she told you about her job. 5. Tease her. Don't perform for her. This one trips up so many guys. They think they need to be funny, charming, impressive. They roll out their best stories, their best jokes, their best lines. Like they're doing a stand-up set. They're performing. And women can smell performance from across a room. You do not need to be a comedy show. You need to be a man with a personality and a slight edge. Tease her. Playfully challenge her takes. If she says she's super organized, raise an eyebrow and go, I don't believe you for a second. If she tells you a story about something dumb she did, hit her with a grin and go, wow, and you're proud of that? If she says she loves a movie you think is overrated, tell her she has bad taste. With a smile, you're not being mean, you're being playful. Teasing creates a tiny moment of tension, and tension is the fuel of attraction. The man who can playfully push back is the man who isn't trying to win her approval. And that man is rare in her dating history. 6. Use physical presence on purpose. Attraction does not grow in pure conversation. At some point, she has to feel you. Not in a creepy way, in a calibrated way. The way you sit, the way you lean, the way you make brief, intentional contact. Sit closer than you think, not across a giant 6-person table. On the same side of a booth, or on stools at a bar where your knees naturally angle toward each other. When she laughs hard at something, a light touch on her arm. When you guide her through a doorway or to a different spot, a hand briefly on her lower back. When you're telling her something important, hold the eye contact 1 beat longer than feels normal. These tiny moments aren't sexual. They're confident. They tell her body, this man isn't afraid of me. And her body responds way before her mind does. Most guys avoid all physical contact on a first date and then wonder why the whole night felt like a friend hangout. This is exactly why. 7. End it before she wants you to. This is the move almost every guy fumbles. The date is going well. You don't want it to end. So you suggest one more drink, one more place, one more thing. And what happens? The peak passes. The energy slowly leaks out. By the end, you're both tired, the magic has flattened. And saying goodbye feels like the natural exhaustion of a too long conversation. Do not do that. End on a peak. When you're both laughing, when the eye contact is locked in, when you can feel her leaning into you, that's your exit. Hey, this has been really fun. I gotta head out. Let's do this again. And then you actually leave. She is going to drive home, replaying that night. Not the boring, stretched out ending. The peak you cut it on. That replay loop, that incomplete feeling, is exactly what makes her text you first the next day. You're not playing a game. You're just protecting the energy you built instead of running it into the ground. Look, a first date is not a test you pass. It's a vibe she remembers. If you walk in grounded, lead the small things, ask the right kind of questions, tease her, touch her with calibration, and leave before the magic fades, you don't have to wonder if she's going to text you back. She's going to be checking her phone, wondering if you will. But here's the catch. Even the best first date can fall apart if your texting before and after is off. The pre-date energy matters. The next day follow-up matters. You have to know how to manage the bridge between this date and the next one without killing what you just built in person. That's exactly why your next watch should be my video on mastering the art of texting women without being cringe. It breaks down what to text before, what to send the day after, and how to keep the momentum from your date alive without overdoing it. Click right here.